Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel InfoSec Lab, and we are going to continue our series of Try Hack Me is attacking and defending AWS services. In today's room, we're going to go over resource policies and SCP, which is service control policies. So, beside IAM policies, we also have two other important policies that we need to mention in AWS, which is the resource policies and SCPs. While 80% of the time when working with AWS, you'll be using IAM policies. There are two other types of policies you need to know about. They use the same statement structures as an IAM policy, but are attached to resources or accounts to affect how access is authorized. Okay. Accessing the environment complete. Resource policies. IAM policies are attached to a specific principles and define the resources the principal can act on, whereas resource policies are attached to a resource and define the principles that can act on the resource. Many resource types can have resource policies, and resource policies are how things become public in AWS. For example, you can attach resource-based policies to S3 buckets, KMS keys, SQS queues, SNS topics, AWS Lambda, secret managers, secrets, IAM roles. Yes, an assumed role trust policy is a resource policy since it defines the principal who can act on. The command to apply a resource policy varies based on the service. S3 buckets are the one of the most common use case for resource policies. For demonstration purposes, we've created a public S3 bucket in another TryHackMe account. That bucket is creatively named TryHackMe public bucket. The bucket policy is for the bucket is this one. So here's a statement: make object readable. Allow for all the principals to actually read the bucket. Make bucket attributed world readable. Same thing. Okay. In the case of S3, there are two AWS resources involved, the bucket and the objects are in the bucket. The first statement allows anyone principal to get object of all the objects in the bucket right here. So this asterisk right here specify that whatever inside this TryHackMe public bucket can also be read by any service, any principal from the AWS. The second statement applies only to the bucket itself. As you can see right here, only apply to the bucket and allows anyone to get the attributes of the bucket get. And to list objects in the bucket, list bucket. Give it a try. Okay, let's try. AWS S3 API get policy status, and then the bucket name is going to be TryHackMe public bucket. Let me maximize the terminal. Okay, the policy status is true. Now let's try list the files in the bucket. AWS S3 ls TryHackMe public bucket. We should be able to see all the content. Okay. My god, full of stars. That's an image. Resource policies also apply to whom can invoke the Lambda function. Oh, sorry, not yet. This is the command we ran. Now try to list the files in the bucket. So this is the command to list all the files within the bucket. Right now, the TryHackMe public bucket only has one file, which is my god, full of stars.png. Resource policies also apply to whom can invoke the Lambda function. We'll cover Lambda function in future model, but try executing this Lambda and then look at the output file. Okay, that's a long command. AWS lambda invoke function name. Okay, gotta copy this one. Okay, time cat time jq.r. So what is the status code and then the execution version, which is the latest. Also, it also prints out the time right here, as you can see. Now try looking at the policy for that function. Okay, AWS lambda get policy function name. We're going to be using the same function. Yes. Query policy put text GQ, and we're going to get the policies for this lambda function. Let's see what it is. This is the ID, the statement ID. If I allow all the action is to get the policy. Okay, there's another permissions right here. Evoke the function. As you can see, the resource policies for this function allows anyone to run lambda get policy, and all members of AWS organization ORD is one to run lambda invoke function. Try running SPA command to get the bucket ownership controls. So try happy. Okay, AWS S3 API. What was the command? Okay. Get bucket ownership controls against this bucket. Bucket try at me public. Okay, AWS okay, object ownership. Try invoking the lambda function try at me code in the same account. What's the code return for this function? Let's see. Wait, was it this one? Nah. So this is AWS lambda invoke function name equals to okay, we're going to modify the resource name. AWS Lambda, the same user account, and then the function name is try me code. JQ -r. Okay, AWS Lambda invoke. Yeah, that was correct. Function name AWS Lambda. There are two dashes right here. Function name, okay, AWS Lambda US is, and then the account function. Try help me to code. Tab. Oh, there's a code right here. After invoking the function, most heard comment reinvent dude lambda is the coolest shit ever. Okay. Okay. Nope. The whole thing. Do we help this one too? Let's try. Okay, the whole thing. Okay, service control policies. Service control policies are a function of AWS organizations. They exist outside of the AWS account and are applied by the parent organization's management account. They apply to all principals in the account, including the root user. Service control policies are leveraged by enterprise security and compliance teams to ensure that the corporate directives for cloud usage bind to them. To ensure that the corporate directives for cloud usage bind to even account administrators across AWS organization. They can be configured to prevent disabling CloudTrail, the AWS auditing service, or preventing using AWS services that the legal department has not vetted. They can also limit actions to specific roles so that only global network administrator role is permitted to manage VPC route tables. Users in an AWS account cannot view the service control policies applied to the account. Until recently, AWS didn't even tell a user that was denied an action if an SCP was the reason. However, for AWS, error messages will now indicate that if an SCP denied action. What are the last four words for the error message you get when attempting to disable guard duty in this command? So copy, paste. What should be the error message? What are the last four words? With an explicit deny. Of course. An error occur, okay, is not authorized to perform guard duty delete detector on resource. Okay. Summary. Now that you know about IAM principles, how a policy is formed, and how SCPs and resource policies interact, let's dive into how authentication works in AWS in the next room. IAM credentials. And that's it for the room today. Short and quick. and easy to understand. I hope you enjoyed this room, and if you love my series of attacking and defending AWS, please continue watching my other videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.